Peace to the family. What's happening? Abdul Cool Tafel Atat, Wabazung, Gamma Farragoon, Shalel Kaloon. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. And I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. And I can be all that I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. All right. Please press 2 if you share this video on Facebook. Press 2 if you invited 2 people on Instagram. We'll get right into it. What is the number one thing that the black man wants that the black man needs from the black woman right now? What up, Reginald? What up, Stephanie? What up, Kendaka? What up, Paul Pritchard? Mercedes is in the building. What up, Zeb? Pretty girl, I see you. I'm Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Please put in your name, your city and state you repping, and your team Zodiac. I want to do this one outside because just even me thinking about it I needed some space and just get outside and think about it. So I'm going to tell you a story, and then I'm going to do a visualization, and we're going to do an exercise, and then I'm going to read something to you, all right? So thanks for sharing. What's the number one thing the black man needs from the black woman today? So if this is for everybody, I'm speaking, and this is real king talk for the day, as far as I really need, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think that black men and black kings who are in the super minority, like a black woman is a double minority, so she can get loans, she can do all these other type of things. You know, the law is more for her on her side and things like that. But the black king, not the black man, but the black king is a super minority. He like a quadruple minority, because a king, one of the qualities of a king is he know how to act. One of the qualities of a king is he is accountable and responsible. A king is contributing to his community, to his family, to all women. Jimmy Knox is in the building. Salute. Salute, King. Saluting all the kings. Chris Enlightened. Salute, King. Salute. And so today I want to have a conversation for the black kings out here, to anyone listening. So this one is not just going to black women or white men or whatever. This is going out from black kings, and whoever has an ear to hear it, I really appreciate it. Please press 2 if you share this video on your page. All right. Where is one specific place that I want to share this at? I wanted to share this in the group. Could somebody please, could somebody share this in the Let's Talk Magic group? That's really what I like to do. If somebody could, oh, here we go. I'm sure somebody could do that for me. Can somebody please share this video in the Let's Talk Magic group and Mystic Magical group, M. Rain. So a sister sent me an invitation earlier today, and she said, I want you to come to this event I'm having in Atlanta for black men, like healing of black men. And I was like, oh, shucks, healing of black men. And she was like, yeah, I want you to be one of the facilitators. I was like, well, in what way do you want me to show up there? You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, yeah, I need some healing. I ain't never had a sister say, I want you to come to an event where it's all black men. We're going to just have some healing there for you. She said, nah, we're going to have some lawyers there. We're going to have some counselors there. We're going to have some people there for housing. She said, I had one last year for single men, single fathers who were homeless. So she's putting together something, but it's like more of a healing for the men. And I was like, so is it all day or what is it? She said, well, the problem is some old black men are giving me this space, and I'm just I have a speaker coming in from this place, and what I really want is, saying to have this for y'all. And so, Coach, can you come and also, facilitate? She said, because I've been to a couple things that you've been to, and I know that you're a healer too. And I was like, word, I'm doing good, and I'm with it 100%. And then at the end, she says, because I know black men have to heal black men. Men have to be around to heal black men. And I said, that's bullshit. She was like, what? I said, 99.4% of what you're saying I'm with. But you just are incorrect with this whole process of men need to heal men, because your opposite of that is, well, since women are healing women, then men need to heal men. And the problem is that if men will take care and heal themselves because the women are doing the work. No, that's not correct. We are not natural healers. Can everybody type that? What up, T-Love? This is take your notes out and type the notes. If you're not going to write them down, if you just got here, press 2. If you share the video and introduce yourself. Men are not natural healers. Write that down or type it. Men are not natural healers. What up, Chef Amira? What up, Rozzy? Men are not natural healers. So if you lead, men are natural protectors. Men are natural killers, but men are not natural healers. That we were not built to do that. We weren't built to nurture, but we know how. We weren't built to heal, but we know how. It's a learned skill, but it's not natural for us. We were built to impregnate, to protect, and to take lives, protect lives. But women, you were put here to incubate lives, to nurture, and to heal. So we, men, have been abandoned by this movement of the goddesses. And y'all didn't mean to abandon us, but we have been abandoned. Yes, we black kings, we black men have been abandoned by the goddess movement, because the goddess movement is under the thought that, okay, goddesses, come over here, let's heal the womb. That means we're going to bring all the healing power, all the nurturing power, all the incubator power, all the big source magic over here with no men around. Don't protect us. And then you men go over there without any women and do some healing. It's impossible. It's impossible. A man can only go so far without a woman. This conversation is from the black kings to the general public. Okay? Now, me been patiently waiting, supporting several women's groups and goddess groups to say, when you come out of this group, can you please take all of your goddesses that have been healed and put together a gangster team of goddesses to come and help heal men, have a facilitating a healing of men. Okay? There has been zero. There is no organization on planet Earth run by black women to heal black men. Peace to the God, David Lee Thompson. There's no organization on planet Earth led by black women to heal black men. There's also no organization on planet Earth led by black men to heal black men. It's not even in our nature to heal one another. It's not. First off, we don't have time to heal because we've been running from people who have been trying to kill us and people who have been trying to use us. White men, white women, and other people of our own race. There's black men trying to use black men. There's black women that's trying to use black men. We haven't had no time to pull over nowhere in no safe place that's being facilitated in order for us to heal, us to get healing. So when women set up their goddess groups for the goddesses, there's no men there. Well, in ancient times, when they went down into the woods, the men still participated because they were outside on the perimeter, ready to kill anything that tried to infringe on y'all's healing. Now we don't even protect y'all circles. Y'all just go into the circle alone with a lot of women, doing a lot of rituals, doing a lot of magic, which I love and support 1000%. But after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, there's not been one group produced that says, I'm going to take this core group of sisters and we're going to go and say, we're going to set up some healing for men for the rest of our lives. Now, what's the benefit of a group of gangster women setting up a facility? I don't care if you franchise it like Kentucky Fried Chicken and say, you know what? What's going to be the result after we finish healing y'all? What's going to be the result after y'all finish healing is all of our voids will be filled. See, everybody's selfish right now. The men really ain't selfish because we confused because all we doing is running, trying to hide. What up, Renwood? DCR in the building. What up, Brianna? Robert Klein. The House of Ascension. Everybody please invite 2 people. Press 2 if you invited 2 people, right? Share this video. Press 2 if you shared the video. I feel this is an important message. Now pause right there. Now let me tell you a story. I want to draw a visualization for you, right? Let me draw a visualization before I get too far into this story. If you cool with me drawing a visualization, please type 1. If you cool with me giving you a visualization, right, because I want to draw a map, Peace Universal Queen, press 1 if it's okay. Press 1 if it's okay if I can draw this visualization for you. I want you to close your eyes, take a nice slow inhale, exhale out the mouth, and imagine a park. A nice May day, nice temperature, not too hot. It's warm. You're real comfortable, and you are seeing the park, and you see 60, 70, 80 women come into the park and form a healing circle. You see 60, 70, 80 women come into a healing circle and form a healing circle. And they are there to receive healing. Okay? Visualize it. See it from above. Look at it from above, then come down like a drone and look at all their faces. And it's a big circle because they're like arms distance apart. So if they hold their arms out, their arms are not touching one of their palms. It's a really, really big circle, right? And then I also want you to imagine that 13 men are there, but the 13 men are off to the side. 13 men off to the side. 13 men off to the side. And all the women sit down on the ground. All the women sit down on the ground and they are away from the men. The men can see them, but they're off, and it's just 13 of them. They're not spread out. They're all in a collective by themselves. And the young lady who's facilitating, there's one young lady who's leading the healing circle. These are the words that come out of her mouth. And she's talking to only the women. She's talking to only the women. For every man that ever hurt you, there are men waiting to support your healing. And I had the audacity and courage to bring some of those men here. So I don't want you to miss your opportunity to change your narrative that you have about your interaction with men. I need you to open up and be ready to receive some healing without attachment. Some of you are not able to manifest the ideal relationship with the man because of your codependency, because of your unhealthy attachments, because of the man that came before him that didn't give you what you wanted. And so you have an expectation from every single man that even winks at you or blinks at you that you're the one and you're going to give me what I was looking for that I never got from my daddy or my man. I am here to interrupt that kind of consciousness and help give you a new energetic imprint of what divine masculine energy feels like. Not just in your consciousness, but in your mind. The sage men. These brothers are dedicated to their own personal development. They are actually in a process that requires them to assess their wounds and do work to heal them. Now, do y'all like that? Isn't it good to be around black men that know? These are the words. This is what she said. You can find this video on my page too. I just posted it. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's on there. Really, if it's on YouTube, I'll probably pause the video right here and just interject that video so you can watch the whole 3 minutes and 43 seconds. This actually happened 2 years ago. I'm going to read this one more time. For every man that hurt you, there are men waiting to support your healing. And I had the audacity and courage to bring some of these men here. So I don't want you to miss your opportunity to change your narrative that you have about your interaction with men. I need you to open up and be ready to receive some healing. And she pauses and then says, without attachment. Some of you are not able to manifest the ideal relationship with the man because of your codependency, because of your unhealthy attachments, because of the man that came before him that didn't give you what you wanted. And so now you have an expectation from every single man that even winks at you or blinks at you that you're the one and you're going to give me what I was looking for and that I never got from my daddy or my man. I am here to interrupt that kind of consciousness and help give you a new energetic imprint of what divine masculine energy feels like, not just in your consciousness, but in your mind. The sage men. And then she has them repeat the sage men. If everybody could type the sage men, because I'm going to go in and start explaining what the word sage means and what sage men are. These brothers are dedicated to their own personal development. They are actually in a process that requires them to assess their wounds and do work to heal them. Now, do y'all like that? Isn't it good to be around black men that know? The sage men. Their website is thesagemen.com. Thesagemen.com. Now, what is a sage? There's 3 types of people in the world. There's the inferior man, the superior man, and the sage. There's the inferior woman and the superior woman, and then there's the sage. The sage has the wisdom. The superior man or woman consults the sage. The sage has done the work. The sage men were founded by Manifest Ra, a very good friend of mine and a fellow Qigong practitioner in the DMV area. Most are welcome. We say most are welcome because there's some people who still want to self-sabotage a group of men who are trying to move into being a sage and operate from the space of being a sage. The 7 archetypes of the sage men. I'm going to read these twice. Somebody could type it or somebody could write it down. The visionary, the warrior, the enterpriser, the healer, the tantric, the pillar, and the mystic, aka the magi. One more time. The visionary, the warrior, the enterpriser, the healer, the tantric, the pillar, the mystic, aka the magi. Dr. Love is in the building. Salute. I'm speaking for all the black kings today that are in the minority, that are not using their voices to express to everyone, not just black women, because some men who are not kings don't know what they need right now from black women and are unable to express it without a lot of emotion. So I have prepared this in a way to create a conversation, create a bridge of conversation around what is necessary. Namaskar, Iris. There was so much truth in what the sister said. She said, for every man and every woman, every man that ever hurt you, there are men waiting to support your healing. And I had the audacity and courage to bring some of those men here. Now, there was only 13. She brought 70, 60, 70, 80 women that needed healing. In this circle, when they stood up, the 13 men went and stood in front of 13 women. So imagine looking at this view from the top. Let's just say what's 13 times 5 will give me 65, right? So that means each man, that 13 stood in front, one man stood in front of one woman. One man stood in front of one woman. So now 13 from 65, there's 53 women that's got nobody standing in front of them. And those 13 men went through a healing process with the 13 women standing in front of them one-on-one. Peace to Isaac King. Then they moved down 13 women. So they had to do the 13 women, the 13 men, gave them healing through Qigongs, breathing, exercising, touch, looking in them into their eyes, supporting them. Then they moved down. Boom. Another 13 in front of 13 other women. Then they stood there. Then they moved to another 13 women. So they had to move 5 rounds just to get to the whole circle. Yeah, because there were not 65 sage men for the 65 women that were there. Now, a lot of women cry and say there's a shortage of men and there's this, that, and the third. And I am here to say that that is some bullshit. There's not a shortage of men. There's a shortage of sage men. There's a shortage of black kings. But there's not a shortage of men who could qualify for this. But there's no space. And then not only is there no space, there's no rumor. Let's talk about rumors real quick. There's no rumor. What up, Lady Luck Robin? Men, it's like women, we listen to rumors. We listen to rumors. And we haven't heard any rumor of some women who are saying we're going to help men heal. We're going to facilitate. Men can come here and we will heal them with no attachments to them. They won't have to marry us. They won't have to stay here forever. They won't have to like take slack from me from what somebody else did. No, we're just here to heal them and give to them unconditionally. But women say that's what they want from men. Do this for me unconditionally. Do this for me. Do this for me. Ladies, I got a secret for you, which ain't even really a secret. You're the most powerful entity on this planet. And to get what you want, you're going to have to go first. To get what you want, you're going to have to return to your nature of being yin and receptive. These goddess groups that I'm talking about, I know some real trill alchemy sisters who say, I'm not getting into those goddess groups. I say, why not? He said, all they do is talk about their problems and bash men and talk about their wounds and share stories. And it ends up into a big gossip party and weeping and whining party. But they're not doing anything to say, let's really heal. Let's really get past all the men that ever hurt me in the past. And then let's go out there and say, there's no more narrative of when I meet a potential black king that I infuse him with my horror stories of black men who did me wrong in the past. Right. And those women, why are you the most powerful? Because you got all the magic. You got all the you got all the magnetism. Men are electric, women are magnetism. Men are electric, women are magnets. That's it. We electricity. Y'all are magnetic. Somebody type that. If you didn't know, these are basic concepts. Men are electricity, women are magnetic. You put together, you got electromagnetism. But you can't move or build pyramids without electromagnetism. The woman is the rocket fuel, the man is the rocket ship. Nobody's going to the moon without each other. Right. Yes. Oh, And the women call each other names and talk about each other behind their back, Cheryl just typed. So we need a rumor that this even exists. We need a rumor, black kings, black men, we need a rumor that women are even concerned and give a damn enough to say, hey, we're going to go do this. We're going to at least start organizing and start talking about it. There's no rumor. Has anybody heard a rumor, men or women that's watching this right now? If you've heard the rumor, press 1. If you have heard nothing of this, press 0. Let's see if we get more 1s or more 0s. Have you ever even heard of a rumor that some women are about to start and create something to heal men? Because they knew how to heal themselves. They got finished. They graduated Queen Afua's course, or they graduated so-and-so's course, or they went to the Goddess Live big old thing by the beach. They went on and did all their journeys. But is there a rumor? Is there a rumor that we men can go investigate? There's no rumor. There ain't no rumor. I ain't never heard of it, and my ear is way to the street. Shantae is in the building. Peace, Queen. It doesn't exist. I've never heard of it. And I want to know some of the women who have been in goddess groups. Have you heard of it inside of your goddess group? Has there ever been a woman inside of a goddess healing group that was for women only, that stood up and spoke and said, hey, when we finish healing one another and healing ourselves, we're going to go start healing men 1 at a time, 3 at a time, 5 at a time? Has any woman that's ever been in a goddess group ever heard that? If you have, please state your goddess group right now so I can give them a big shout out. Listen, the sister said the only one I know of a man healing is Raziki L. My people's fellow Taurus. Big shouts out to Raziki. But Raziki's group is not dedicated only to men. No, I said only to men. Only. Yeah. But she's the closest. She's the closest. How many sisters are supporting her and saying, hey, let's help Raziki heal more men? Where's the healing wheel? Somebody told the women that it was up to men to heal men. Somebody put the rumor out that it was up to men to heal men. So if you are just getting on here, Jeff Jones in the building, I see you. If you are just getting on here, that's bullshit. Men can't heal men. They can go into I can assess my own issues and start the process, but to get it right and get it complete, I'm gonna need a woman. I'm gonna need a team of women without attachments too. That's gonna come in and say, yo, I love you so much that I need you to be healed, that we're gonna go ahead and get you healed. Then you can go out there and be with a queen or be with XYZ or so and so and so and so. But most women say, if I heal you, you belong to me. That's the current sentiment right now. Tanya Poole, I don't know about the healing wheel. Make sure you inbox me. What up, Wes Waters? Yeah, well, Tanya, there's no rumor. There's no rumor of it. And why is it just in 2019 is only one? Since Queen Afua wrote Sacred Women, then why is it only one just about to get started in 2019? Right. Everybody keep talking about the conspiracy against Nipsey Hussle. What about the yeah, but they must be dedicated to healing men. Most of the time, without the trade-off, without the attachment. In the past, there's been women who say, hey, I'll come and help you with your healing, but you're going to have to stay with me. You're going to have to be mine because I need a man. That's not how you get a man. Let me tell you how most women, let me tell you the state of affairs right now, ladies and men. Let me tell you something really quick. You know why most men are wounded? Because another woman wounded them. And a woman tried to castrate him before she threw him back in the water. So when you got a man, 9 times out of 10, he's already had an attempted castration attempt on him. I definitely had women try to verbally, mentally, and spiritually castrate me. I ain't had one try to physically try to castrate me because I'm gonna defend myself, and somebody's gonna take a long nap. But physically, I mean emotionally, verbally, mentally, spiritually, I have definitely been attacked by women and tried to castrate me. And those caused wounds that I had to heal. So then when I went into the next situation with the next woman, I had those same wounds. So when women say, I'm going to castrate him because I'm sick of him, all you doing is throwing a injured man back in the pool just like 100 monkeys. So all of your sisters are doing the same thing. All of your sisters are doing the same thing. All of the women, when they get hurt, what they want to do to a man? They want to cut his balls out. They want to emasculate him. They want to degrade him. They want to send him to jail. They want to call the police on him. They want to put a curse on him. They want to get even. They want to get some black magic. They want to get a pin cushion and put pins in him. How many of you know of any, if you know of any groups that have some get even spells, please press 1. If you know of a goddess group or a woman who's teaching rituals in order to get even with the lover, get even with the cheating man, teaching how to get even, all of that, please press 1. If you know of at least one person who is teaching that. There are millions, maybe let's say thousands. What's up, Jocelyn Colin? The House of Ascension. I'm going to ask you to please not try to take the conversation. You may be late and try to turn it into what this is not a video about what women need from men. This is not a vice versa video. I said this early on that this is a video of a black king speaking for minority black kings and men who don't know how to express it about what we need from women right now. This is not a conversation. And see, that's one of the things. You have women who don't have discipline who come in and will say, hey, well, since you're talking about this, let me change the narrative of your story in the middle of you talking, versus me listening and saying, you know what, that makes sense. Or saying it doesn't make sense, I don't want to listen to it. I think our healing comes from the male and vice versa. We need males to heal daddy issues, ex relationships, and from a woman, from their mother, exes as well. We need harmony. Listen, this is about a solicitation of a group of women who will dedicate themselves to healing qualified men. What are qualified men? Who understand what being kings are? They're already working on themselves and they need some help. Yes. Exactly. Fuckboy sprays, cord cutting, spells, all of that. Yeah. And it's not hurting your children, it's hurting y'all's children. You know how many women say, these are my children, this is my son? Like, you made it asexually. If you made it asexually, then don't even communicate about how sorry the daddy is or the sperm donor is. It's not yours. It's the mental health situation that is suffering the most, that is causing the division because we're not seeing what's right in front of us. Right. But if you could have a group of women with unconditional love, no expectations, and just heal, there will all of a sudden become an army of black kings. Please type army of black kings. And the army of black kings will be ripe for the picking. The video will definitely be available later. But if nobody's healing black men to be black kings, then you black women will never have one. You'll never have one. You'll never have one because your team is not working together. It's not feasible. It doesn't even calculate to think that you just gonna wait until I get this guy who's already been healed up. Guess who I'm gonna be loyal to? The one who healed me. The one who healed me is the one I'm going to be loyal to. Yeah, and I don't mean attachment like I need to be baby daddy or I need to marry her, but I'm going to give her so much loyalty and protection because she healed me. She could already be in a loving relationship with another man. That's fine. But when I see that somebody's going to come and support, guess what we will do? We will fill all of your voids. There's a lot of voids that you women still have when you come out of your Goddess Healing group. Yep. I don't know. Yeah. Man, you know how many women clients that I have had that have come out of these goddess groups? And guess what? We're going to pause this. We're going to pause this, and then I'm going to be right back with part 2. It's very important that this particular it's very important that this rumor begins at some place. And the group, I haven't heard of anyone saying, you know what, we need to heal the brothers. So if you go back and look at that video that I just posted, what is it that black men need? What is it that black men need from black women right now? Is for them to please stop saying that we can only heal ourselves. That's not true. That's not true. It's not true that we can only heal ourselves. We need the help of some gangster goddesses. If you know some, that would be lovely. If you are one, wow, what happened here? If you know one, then that would be lovely. If you are one, that would be lovely. But there's no, we're not gonna make it without y'all. And if you ladies think that you're gonna just keep on, that you're just gonna run up on a dude who's all the way healed, that he did all by himself or by some group of men, then you're not gonna have that. You're not gonna have that. It's going to take organization. It's going to take some tenacity from the women. And it's also going to take some women checking some other women, because there probably will be some dissension. There probably will be some dissension in your, how do I say it? There probably will be some dissension when you go back over there and say, you know what, there's some new information out here on the block, and men can't heal themselves by themselves. And actually, I really want to ask the ladies, are you really doing all the healing by yourself with no man present? Do you need to be by yourself in some instances? Absolutely. Do the men need to be by themselves in some instances? Absolutely. But can you get the whole healing done by yourself with just yin and yin and just yang and yang? I don't think so. So, as a matter of fact, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it nowhere. So, but the new paradigm is here. There's an opportunity for people to create this right now. So also, let's get past thinking that someone is trying to get at your man because there's conversation about growth and building. All of that is on the internal side that women have to check women on. That's what Diane Byers L. Bay said. That's what you all have to check each other on. The insecurities and the jealousies and all of that. I can't check you on your insecurities and your jealousies. But if we come together as the man who's working on his stuff and the woman who's working on her stuff, then we can get some stuff popping. Especially when you got integrity within men. You feel me? Men have actually been more supportive and compassionate. Well, thank you. Yeah, because women can be really vicious. Men, we can't really be as vicious as women because women will call the police on you. Women will do have the ability and the potential and the history to do a lot of stuff. You may look at a man and say, well, he's physically stronger, so, his domestic violence. Black kings aren't domestically violent. We don't want to put our hands on you. Yes, it's some nasty niggas out here, some dudes that's done put their hands on women. You feel me? There's so many instances, but there's instances that haven't been reported. Let's look at the instances of men who have gone to prison for child support and then come to find out the child is not theirs and there's no action taken towards the woman. The man lost his livelihood, lost his job. He had already paid he was late on child support, but he had already paid thousands. Now he comes out of jail. He doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any place to stay, and come to find out the child is not his. And there's no repercussions on the woman who instigated this all in the first place. What up, Cassie? Pontiac, Michigan in the building. Team Gemini. I think it's fabulous the potential that's out here. You as a man need to start calling the police back. Man. But before I even have to call the police, I don't even want, as a black king, I don't even want to even be dealing with somebody I got to call the police on. I'm meant to avoid you. If I even think I got to call the police on you, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to start avoiding you. So, yeah, I see where men can be violent. However, I will not be responsible for sending another black man to prison. If the black man put his hands on you and he do a crime and it carries a sentence and he's supposed to go to jail, then by all means he should go to jail. Black woman too. I'm not about that. No black people should go to jail because there's some foul black people out here, but all of them ain't foul. So, what can you do? What can you do about? What can you do about in your environment? So this is the one thing that we need right now. We need some women to acknowledge that black men cannot heal themselves totally by themselves, and acknowledge that there's a need for black women to come and say, yo, we got an organization that's going to help heal your drama. Oh, we love supporting the sisters. We don't have no, listen, man, real black kings, we don't have a problem supporting y'all at all. But we don't have any support in our healing. Y'all got all the money. Y'all got all the credit. Y'all got all the advantages in this particular system. In the next 5 years, y'all got the education, all of that. You already got it. Homeowner, you got it all. And then you say, hey, well, why can't y'all have what we have? And we don't have what y'all have. We don't have the power that y'all have. We have a different type of power. But for healing ourselves, y'all have the resources. Y'all can pull the resources together. And then what? Yeah. it's a slippery slope. So I hope everybody enjoyed this. I don't want to make this too long. If you haven't seen the video yet, please go on my Facebook and just look at that video that I shared from the Sage Men. You can go to thesagemen.com. For those of you who came in late, I'm going to read this one more time and do the visualization. We both, men and women, need to understand and know the masculine and feminine sides of ourselves and work on those traits and rightly position ourselves with that role. Darlene Francis, I know that you came late, and this will be my third time saying this. This conversation is not about what we both, men and women, need to be doing. The title is what black men need from black women right now. No, it doesn't come from that. I'm not talking to both. I'm talking from a voice that black women like to talk about what both need. Black women like to listen when a black man talks about what we both need. Black women like to talk about what women need. But there's nobody talking about what black men need, period. And that's this conversation. So I'm respectfully, you know what I'm saying, just letting that slide off, because that's not what this conversation is about. This conversation is not about what we need to do. We talk because nobody's speaking for the black man. There's no kings out here telling the sisters exactly. We keep talking about the family this and the family that and the family this, but nobody's talking about where we black men are right now. There's no black men honestly talking about it out loud and saying, hey, listen to what we have to say. Okay? Listen to what we have to say. I'm having a black woman moment right now. You know how black women say, I just want to be heard? How about it's a time where sometimes black men only want to be heard. I don't want you to even interject. Ain't it wonderful when a sister talks to a man and he don't interject? And y'all say what? Oh, just listen and then hold me and just shut up for a second. And you scream too. Can't you just shut up and just listen to me and don't shut me down? Well, black men have these same feelings. That you come in and we're talking about us, and then you change the narrative of the conversation that took me a long time to even come up with. To even sit down and be able to like express it how I feel it needs to be expressed in my own personal healing. Because you can't read my mind. Because if I thought that black women read our minds, they'd be like, oh, I know what you want and I'm going to give it to you. Or you read my mind and was like, nah, you ain't getting that. Right. And when Marilyn Johnson says, now that you're asking, we must really work together. I do hear you, Coach Khayr. But it's we women. You women have to work together and bring it over for us. That's what we're looking for. We ain't looking for a group of y'all to marry. We're looking for a group of y'all to heal us so then I can go out here and be better to the person I'm already married to, or the person I want to marry. Or I want you to help train the person that I want to marry. But in the past, it's been, if I heal you, then you're mine. That's why I love the statement when she says, without attachments. For every man that ever hurt you, there are men waiting to support your healing. And I had the audacity and courage to bring some of those men here. So I don't want you to miss your opportunity to change your narrative that you have about your interaction with men. I need you to open up and be ready to receive some healing without attachment. Some of you are not able to manifest the ideal relationship with a man because of your codependency, because of your unhealthy attachments, because of the men that came before him that didn't give you what you wanted. And so now you have an expectation from every single man that even winks at you or blinks at you. You're the one, and you're going to give me what I was looking for that I never got from my daddy or my man. I am here to interrupt that kind of consciousness and help give you a new energetic imprint of what divine masculine energy feels like. Not just in your consciousness, but in your mind. These brothers are dedicated to their own personal development. They are actually in a process that requires them to assess their wounds and do work to heal them. Now, do y'all like that? Isn't it good to be around black men that know? This was in a healing circle of this that the Sage Men came and assisted in. The sister had like 65 women or 70 women. She had a big old circle of women, and only 13 men came. The 7 principles of the Sage Men are the visionary, the warrior, the enterpriser, the healer, the tantric, the pillar, the mystic / the magi. The visionary, the warrior, the enterpriser, the healer, the tantric, the pillar, the mystic, or the magi. Yep, that's the 7 pillars. But it was only 13 men. There's a shortage of them. So women say it's a shortage, but as soon as you see one, you snatch him up, and then if he ain't all the way done, then you say, oh, there's something wrong with him, or he's broke, or you make some kind of excuses, and then you're ready to throw him back. You shouldn't even snatch him up and trying to heal a man by yourself is really risky. Let me tell you that. Trying to heal a man by yourself is really risky. But do you have some sisters who can come in and help you? Who can come in and help you heal a man? Do you have some sisters that can come in and help you heal a man? And do you even trust them? And why don't you trust them? And if you have them, why haven't you called them? If you know some men that need healing, did you try to go do it by yourself and it didn't get done? It's an interesting conversation. I'm really happy that y'all let me have this here. I really appreciate it. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me know how much you enjoyed this share. And please list at least one thing that you got from this that you could go out and initiate today. I appreciate it. Please go to thesagemen.com, thesagemen.com, and just it takes you to the group on Facebook. All right. Yep, it's a Facebook group right now. The page is not even done. It's okay. Manifest Ra is the founder of the Sage Men. Please send him a friend request and say, Coach made a video about this. Charlene Wheeler, you said you did call me. Inbox me so I can get caught up on that conversation. Millie and Me Entertainment said, I found that due to my codependency, I attract very selfish, narcissist men who all seem to hurt me. I always offer the minimum with to have multiple. I always offer the men I'm with to have multiple. Last one, who was most damaging, absolutely refused. Millie, I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you want to come on here, I'll definitely bring you on here so you can tell your story. But then I found out he was sleeping with multiple women. Right. All right, man. Anytime you want to go out there and risk healing a man, it's a lot of risk. It's a lot of risk. I'm having the conversation. Nothing may come forth from this right here, but I'm going to feel much better because it's going to fall on somebody's ears later on down the road. I'm creating the time capsule, my own personal time capsule. So when somebody does hear it and they say, you know what, let me go get in this group, let me go create a group that our goal, long range goal, what are the results over you offer them to have multiple women, but how's that gonna fix anything? If you offered to him to have multiple women, that's not the answer. To come into a man and say we can do an open relationship, that's not the answer. That's not healing a man, because you're saying, well, he has an appetite. You don't understand men. You don't understand men. You don't. He refused but went behind my back anyway. He didn't go behind your back. You don't know men. You can't leave it up to a man to go find the women. What I'm telling you is what we men need is for you women to put the group together and say, hey, here we are. You can come over here to us collectively. I can't come over and say, well, let me get Jennifer, let me get Teresa, let me get Joan, and let me get Amber. And they're not even on the same team. They don't even have the same training. You put it into more chaos. I'm talking about 3, 4, 5 women, 6, 10 women who collectively think the same, have been trained in the same dojo, got the same aim, got the same method, know each other's moves and backs, and moving in synchronicity, working on one dude or one group of dudes. But no, if they don't all know each other and they don't know the same system, then it's not gonna work. Charlene, thank you so much. I'm gonna look at it. That's it for me today. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this helps a little bit. Please go watch that video. I want to do an event like that in Atlanta this year. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right. Every time I watch that video, I just get pulled in. I want to participate in the healing and do my part. Yeah, I want the women out of that group to come and be like, yo, we getting ready to go to a group where it's a men's circle and we're going to do some healing up in the men's circle. Because everybody in that, they were dressed alike. They knew the same breathing technique. They knew the same Qigong. They had the same teacher. They had all of that in common, but guess what? They didn't move. Cassie Dawson says people don't cheat on you, they cheat on themselves. Nobody's cheating. Everybody's living at the level that they at. There's no such thing as cheating. Joker's living you living where you at. You're living where you are. That's it. There's no other he cheated and this, that, and the third. People living in the level of consciousness. That's where they are. Right. That's the facts. People living in their level of consciousness and you labeling it cheating. What up, Mocha? Peace. All right, coach is out of here. Thank you for letting me get this off my chest and share it today. I really hope it got to somebody, and I ain't trying to change you, but I am trying to get you to think. So if you think about this and then feel it down in your stomach, hopefully something will come up out of it. All right? I appreciate it. Enabakoa, Gijala Kiminka, Tatia Tezera, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvanu, Taharanu Nara, Nagibor, the Shea Yakadeka, Kapava Shamu, Barkam Taram, Rakame, Tazika Taka, to meet Gamlin, Kasin Kadosh, Baru, Tufka, Nahela Taka, Yakit Gahel, Chapanez, or Craig Katushka Taka, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Dezakatanu, Yodea Talamo, Baruk Shim, Kavomakuto, Alam Vaed. Peace. TheSageMen.com, that's it. Yeah, I got a name in somebody just Manifest Raw just sent me her name. I don't know what her name is, but I didn't have it before, but I do have it now. No, oh, you came in just in time for the prayer. Please go back and watch it from the beginning. All right, peace.